Hey, beloved. Welcome to Black and White in the Basement. I'm JR.
I'm Ryan. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in to our another episode of Black and White in the Basement. This is officially our second, but it's just another episode. You know what I mean? And
in this podcast, we're gonna talk about everything. Let them know, man.
Talking about everything. We're gonna keep it raw and authentic, like we said on the last episode.
Facts.
Raw, authentic, everything. You know what I mean?
You gonna get your sports.
You gonna get it all.
You gonna get it all. Your sports. You gonna get your news. You gonna get your everyday living. Whatever happens in the world, at some point in time, we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna talk about it from our point of view.
Our point of view, the way we feel about things.
So, beloved, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that comment. Leave that comment down below, because that's very important. We're going to reach out back to y'all. Yeah. And at some point, I remember you told them we're going to have the phones. They can call in and chop it up with us.
In questions. We can answer the questions live on the podcast.
Facts.
Whatever y'all want to do, you know what I'm saying?
It's going to go down.
Because we everybody has an opinion. We respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, if y'all want to come through and leave us, like call us and have a converse, we can converse that way, or you could text us, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to be on all your platforms. We're going to be on your Facebook, your Twitter, your IG.
Black and White in the Basement.
And hit our email. At some point, we're going to link up. But before I forget, last episode, I forgot to shout out some of my podcast people that I forgot to give a shout out to. I know you mentioned Joe Button, but my boy Gilly the Kid and Wallow, shout out to them guys. I like to also shout out to, what's the other joint that I be watching, Sean? What's the other one that I told you I be watching?
It's not Undisputed. It's not
It's the other one I be watching.
Is it on here?
Oh, Hassan Campbell. Oh. That's my guy. Shout out to him.
I don't know nothing about these guys.
Yeah, that's my guys. But check them out. They're nice with it. They inspired me to do this. You know what I mean? They give me a different perspective on how they think and how they move. It's some things that they talked about that I would definitely love to talk about at one point. Yeah. But shout out to them guys, man. You guys can hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all inspired me to do this.
Yeah.
So what we talking about today, my brother?
I wanted to. I was talking to this friend of mine. She's a female that I know, and we cool. You know what I mean? And she was bringing it to my attention that because we both there's this site called Tagged. I don't know if y'all know about it out there, but you get on there, you go live. You know what I'm saying? You get diamonds, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Well, this is where I met her at. And she was live, and there's a little section where you can get into the, conversation. Like, you can get into a box and you could talk to her. So,
It's called what?
Tagged.
Tagged.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyway, so she was explaining to me something that bothered her about what men do. And she was saying that men like to complain about a woman being fake, like, oh, that woman's butt fake, or her breast fake, or she got fake lips, blah, 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 fake hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And she was like, voicing her frustrations about how, like, since because she has, like, real pretty locks in her hair, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
shout out to everybody that got locks, you heard? Right.
And shout out to everybody that got white people in.
Shout out to them.
We call that the temptation around here. Anyway,
yo, you stupid. But shout out to everybody. It's one love, Yeah, go ahead though. Yeah, that's fact.
Like, she was voicing her frustrations because, like, she would say that dudes would automatically assume her her hair was fake because she was black and she had, like, these pretty locks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she was just voicing her frustration about it, you know what I'm saying? I told her I'd bring it up on our podcast, but yeah, I just wanted to know, like, pretty much what she was saying is she feel like there's hypocrisy because they're complaining about these girls, but at the end of the day they hooking up with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they hooking up with these females, like, that they claim is so fake and ratchet and all this and that. Yeah. They hooking up with them, and she was just frustrated about it. I just wanted to see what your opinion is about that. Like, do you feel
okay, let me understand.
Men do that?
So, this girl, she's black?
Yeah.
And she has dreadlocks?
Yeah.
And the guys are saying her hair is fake or her body's fake?
Well, no, not her. She's just saying guys will. She said that guys will say her hair is fake
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And without even like just assuming it. This is what she's saying. You know what I mean?
Man, I've been out the game for a minute, Phil. You know, like I've been out the game for a minute. I'm pushing 10 years married. You know what I mean? So a lot have changed in 10 years. You heard? A lot have changed in 10 years. But I say that to say this, like, and we said we're gonna talk about it here in the basement. We're gonna talk about it raw and uncut. I'm not gonna sit here and be fake. And just because I'm married, I'm not gonna sit here and be fake.
Word up.
This is my perspective on this, right? And this is what you're gonna get when you come to the basement, like, and that's why I like a lot of these podcasts. I like my boy Wallow, Gilly the Kid. Like, they give it to you authentic, they give it to you raw, and I like that. But I say that to say this, right? As a man, when you're single and you meet somebody, I always had a perspective of like, what do I want? What do I like? What you know what I mean? What drives me to her?
Right.
So I don't like anything fake. Don't like fake breasts, fake butt, fake lips, none of that. I'm from the old school. I'm cut from a different cloth. You know what I mean? I'd rather you not have it in this is at its original form that God made it. That's just me. I like it. I like it like that. Versus you had surgery, you had that done, that.
You're not alone with this.
But
I mean, like you, like
some people have surgeries for health reasons or whatever. You get a pass for health reasons. But if you're telling me you're doing this to do that to upgrade yourself, which you feel like you're upgrading yourself, you're not for me. Like if you have a female that has a fake butt, that's not for me. Fake breast, that's not for me. That's just me.
You want to fuck a girl with a fake ass or fake breast?
Now you saying I wouldn't fuck. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying like that's not wifey to me. What I'm saying?
I would.
Your wife, but your wifey that.
No. I mean, I'm not saying I would. I mean,
I'm just saying.
If wifey is something different. That's something to, about the personality, like that draws. Like, her personality got to draw me to her if I'm a wifer. Like, we can't just be a sexual. It's got to be more than that. If I'm
like, I'm not holding against a female that did that, because a lot of times it's they don't love themselves. They don't like the way they look. Their confidence level. Yeah. I get it. Excuse me. I get all that. I'm just telling you. Once I peek it, like I look in, I'm like, oh, that's fake. That's you're doing too much.
Right.
The authenticity's not there. You're not authentic anymore.
Right.
I'm not attracted to that.
Right.
You know, you feel where I'm going, where avenue I'm going, like.
No, I got you. I mean, I understand, but
I'm not one to judge. Be like, yo, I don't fuck with him. That's a lie.
No.
In my 20s, in my early 20s, mid 20s, when it's a go.
Yeah.
I'm just being real. It's a go. Yeah. But when you hit a certain level, when you're like, you know what, like I'm not really into that.
Right.
You
at a certain age.
And just like, and I feel it's the same thing. Not to knock the females down, like a dude that use steroids. Like to me, you're not authentic no more.
Yeah.
Like I take offense when dudes say, I told you dudes think I use steroids. Dude, I put work in.
No.
I go to the gym, I put the work in.
I can definitely understand why you get frustrated about that. You shouldn't just, and that's what she was talking about with her hair. You know what I mean? Now you get frustrated because people just assume that you're right, but you get frustrated because people assume that you're on steroids, right? That's frustrating you. So instead of them saying, hey, man, JR, he put in that work. That's why he built like that. You know what I'm saying? The first thing they say is, man, that dude's on steroids.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what she was talking about with her hair. Like, you know what I mean? That she feels like, why can't she just have pretty natural hair? Why is it got to be fake just because she's a black woman?
Because like, I didn't have dreads till I met my wife. You heard?
Yeah.
Like, because I wasn't willing to put the time in and the stuff that it takes to get this, the time and the preparation and the look. I didn't. But when I met her, she was willing to put the work in to you know what I mean, to just go through the steps.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, I'll do it now because I always wanted it. My dress would have been down to my ankles had I done it 15 years before I met her. Because I have homeboys from back home who did it 10 years before me.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it until I came here and I met her.
Yeah.
Because it was a process that I wasn't willing to go through. Word. But once I got the right, you're not gonna tell me my locks is fake. You can't just do that. Like,
no.
Whatever reason that person had for doing whatever they did, everybody's quick to judge. Me, I don't like it, but cool.
And me, that's the same with me. I'm not a fan of people judging somebody. Like, I never judge anybody. Like, I don't just look at somebody and say that person's that way because of this reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, now, like, you know what I mean? But, like, for example, I'm not gonna lie though, like, when I get into, you know, because of history that I had in the past, when I get into, like, if I meet a woman, like, I get, you know, like, my trust is hard, like, because I've been like scarred, you know what I'm saying? So like my trust is very, very terrible when it comes to meeting a new woman. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I don't
So
show
talk
it.
about it. Like, what do
I
you mean,
don't
like,
show it. You know what I mean? I don't show that that I don't trust you. But like, you know, there's, of course it comes to my head, like, you know, I wonder if she gonna do the same thing. You feel me? And it shouldn't be that way, but like, you know, when you jaded, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I think I've been there. I've been there. You know, I've been there. I've been there. Yeah. At some point I talk about it, but I've been there.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, I don't trust easily.
Yeah.
That's why my circle is very small.
And that's just not with women.
No, that's a fact. It's not. I lean towards trusting women more than dudes, than guys.
It's funny. I was listening to who was Dame Dash when he was on the Breakfast Club back in 2015. I mean, it was a while ago, but he was saying that like you could trust. You should be able to trust a woman more than a man because they got we have testosterone and they have what is it called? I can't remember what he said, but
Who said this?
Estrogen. They have estrogen and we have testosterone. Dame Dash said that in an interview on Breakfast Club in 2015, and it just reminded me when you said that. It reminded me of that. Like,
the only reason is
he was saying that every man wants to be a boss. So if, like, let's say you have a company and you have and you hire a bunch of women, he said that they're more trustworthy to have because if you hire a bunch of men, they're gonna want to take your position. You know what I mean? And they might do some dirty ass, grimy shit to you just to get into your position. You feel me? Where a woman, you know, they're more trust. That's what, you know, that's just what he was saying.
Yeah, my experience is like for real. And shout out to Damon Dash and I think I saw that interview he was talking about. He's talking about
On the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. He's talking about bosses and really stomping on. Yeah, I saw that one.
Like,
shout out to him for that. But the thing that I have with that issue is you know me for over 10 years now. Over 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? And you always see me, I keep my circle small.
Yeah.
From the minute I moved here from Connecticut, I've always been that guy that like everybody's not for me.
Word.
I'm not judging you. I'm not saying you. I pick and choose who I rock with, and that's cool with me. You don't rock with me, that's cool with me. But when it comes to trust and letting people into my circle, I'm real funny about that because this is gonna get deep, but right. I can only trust you as far as I can see you. I always told you that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, how you carry yourself and how you treat others is how I sit back and I watch you. Like, okay, so you did Sun Grimy like that. You did her like that, and then I'm supposed to be your man. I always feel like you're gonna have it out for me too. I'm not perfect, but as I'm getting to know you and you carry that person a certain way, I'm leery. But I'm like,
That's
you know, and it's just because. When I met you, it was the energy that you gave me. Like you looked at me as Dad. He's chill. You know, We started kicking in sports, and then we got into it, and then we built a relationship. But once I got to know you, it was little things in between the cracks that it was like, I like this kid. Like, no disrespect to saying you were a kid, but it was like,
no, I was a kid back then.
Well, yeah, but you was a lot younger than me. But I was like, I like this dude. Like, I like his vibe. You know, it was something about you that the energy that, again, when I greet you, I always say peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the positive energy that you give to me was like the energy was right. I met people where the energy wasn't right.
Yeah.
It could have been me. It just wasn't flowing.
Yeah.
So fast forward into people always gonna judge you no matter what. Somebody might not like my locks. Somebody might not like your beard. It's whatever. But I always stay in that lane where I have what I like, and I'm gonna stay in that lane. I don't have to like everything that everybody. I don't follow trends. I try to set my own trend. I like what I like, and I stay in that lane.
Yeah, shout out to Duck Dynasty before everybody says my beard's growing.
We was having a serious conversation, and you go to Duck Dynasty.
I'm just saying,
Shout out to them.
I already know people gonna be saying that. You got the Duck Dynasty hillbilly beard, like, you know what I'm saying? Look,
But that's what the
grow out. You know what I mean? So look, for all the haters, you know, I know you want to grow one. And to all the lovers,
Oh boy! So shout out to everybody that got locks.
it's gonna keep coming. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because she felt offended and stuff. I guess.
So what did you? Well, how did you guys end that? Like how did?
Well, you know, like I had something to do, so I couldn't talk long. You know what I mean? But
Is it somebody you pursuing or somebody?
no,
Just a friend.
just a
Okay.
friend.
Okay.
And it was just a conversation. You know what I mean? But yeah, but the thing that she feels like is men are trying to date the woman or cheating on their woman with the woman that they are always talking shit about. That's how she feels. You know what I mean? And that's what how she expressed it to me. You know what I mean? But anyway, I want to touch on something else I seen on the. I was looking through my Snapchat and over Twitter, and
Yeah, you on all social media. Matter of fact, don't forget we're on all your social media.
all of them.
All of them.
You know what I mean?
Facebook,
Of course, we're gonna
Twitter.
have our page together. The Black and White in the Basement podcast will have its own page. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
we are also gonna have our separate pages. So if you just wanna, want JR to touch on something, if you like his, point of view on things, or even mine, you can hit us up. Maybe we'll touch on it on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So just, hey, if y'all got opinions out there, or topics that y'all want us to talk
We welcome
about,
that. We welcome.
welcome that. Hit our page or hit our Black and White in the Basement page up. Let us know what you want us to talk about, because you know what I mean.
And don't forget, you could be a guest. We have a seat for you.
Yeah.
We have a seat designed right for guests. At some point, we're gonna have a guest, and we're gonna talk about it. And I'm telling you, when you come here, be ready, be open to talk about it, because this is just a platform where everybody just talk about what's going on.
Word.
Whether it's sports or real life situation. Like my man brought a topic up, like it's straight out the blue, and we talking about it.
Because, and I told her I was going to bring that up in our podcast.
And I like it. I like it.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, I like to hear everybody's, like when she brought it up to me, I was like, let me get JR's opinion on it on our podcast, because everybody's got different opinions. Everybody's got different ways of thinking about shit like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like,
yeah, I like it though. I like it.
I feel like
it's food for thought.
yeah.
So let me ask you this. Before we close, let me ask you this, right? Do you like a female that just is built a certain way, or like where do you start from? Because I know you're not married yet. Like, what are you looking for when you on these social sites, on these dating sites or whatever sites they are, right? Like, what is it that about a woman that attracts you, whether it's fake or real? Is that the first thing that you grab onto?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like everybody gotta be physically attracted to the person they with. Like, yeah, I'm not saying
Physically attracted,
everybody-
we know that.
And
But
physically is a big thing, though.
But of course we want the baka, but everybody's not baka.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, if she doesn't have the illest body, but something that the way she speaks or the way she smells or whatever, would that foresee everything else? I'm asking you because you're not married yet. Like, I'm asking you for your point of view, like, because
if it's a woman that I'm gonna marry, we gonna have to. Our personalities gonna have to, I'd rather this personality do this.
So are you past the physical? My question is.
I'd rather marry somebody that I'm gonna get along with, and I know that we have a lot, like we gonna have a great future together, than to marry the most beautiful woman in the world and deal with some like.
Like I always said, I vouch
shit.
for you. Like and I'm not saying this because this is our show. I'm not saying this because you my man. I'm not saying this for any other reason, but to speak facts. Like, you're the type of dude, honestly, and shout out to you for real. I would want my sister or my daughter to date somebody like you, because I know your loyalty.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you get taken advantage of because of your heart.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, females sometimes don't see the depth of where you coming from, because I feel like because you're such a nice guy. That's why I used to tell you, man, good guys finish last sometimes.
You
because
say that shit
all the time because I'm like, yo, they're taking advantage of you because.
And it's like I'm kind of seeing this shit now. Like
But I don't want you to go out there and be cold.
I'm not, no.
But I just want you to be out there and be sharp.
I'm not gonna change who I am, brother.
Right, I want you to be sharp because I don't want you getting taken advantage of. Where it's like, yo, because sometimes people take your kindness for weakness. It's happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's facts. That's,
you know what I mean? Like
they
take your kindness for weakness, and I'm just like, at the same time, you the type of guy where I want you to be you, but I want you to be sharp. I want you to see it before it happens.
No doubt.
I used to always talk, yo, test the waters. Give her a test. I told you there's tests out here for women, just like I'm sure they have tests for us.
By the way, y'all, he's given me millions of advice since we known each other over a decade now.
No, what do? He does the opposite.
And I do the opposite.
He does the opposite. I tell him, don't do this. I turn around the next day.
The opposite.
He does the opposite. And then he comes, I don't want that shit, man.
Look, let me
but
tell you something.
He's still my man.
And one of the biggest fuck ups y'all ever seen in your life looking in this camera. I've done a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, he do dumb shit, but
I did a lot of dumb shit.
One day we'll get to that.
Hey, we gonna get to that one day. Well, I've done a lot of dumb shit.
That's what makes this interesting, because we're so different, but we're still brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I still love you like my little brother. Shout out to my brother Kevin. You heard? But
shout out to my brother TJ, Ricky, Billy.
Yeah, shout out to my whole fam. But no, I think one day it's gonna happen for you. You know what I mean? I just don't want you to get taken advantage of, because sometimes it's like, if you're not alert, you're not aware of your surroundings or what some people's intentions are. The intention sometimes could be opposite of yours. Yeah. And I'm no relationship counselor. I got my own fuck ups. Trust and believe.
Oh, word. Everybody
I'm just being real. I'm not. But at the same time, there's certain things that I tell you, like, hey man, slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Slow it down, pump the brakes. Don't put your all out there until you get to know the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't get caught up in the physical, because that physical shit will go. At some point, if it happens and it goes, then what? Because I always say, you don't like her because she got a fat ass. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute, but what happens?
If you just hooking up with a female, that's one thing. But if it's somebody that you're pursuing and getting married to, and you plan on like actually being in a relationship with this person, I feel like looks can't be everything, because at the end of the day,
you know how I feel about that. Like, I don't want nobody to judge me based on physical, because one day the muscles gonna go, one day the dreads might go, and then I'm laying here as an old man. Like, you like, man, this dude got it. He done got old. You know what I mean? Keep it moving.
But I'm gonna be.
So I try to look at it like that. Like, I try not to do that to somebody else, because I wouldn't want it done to me.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
I want to give you my honest opinion about a lot of why I feel like a lot of relationships fail these days. You know what I'm saying?
That's big. You touching a big surface there,
look,
bro.
This is just my opinion. Now you may
gonna piss a lot of women off. This is your platform now.
But this isn't even about women. It's about women and men.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's about women and men. Like, at the end of the day, this is why I feel like a lot of relationships fail, because I feel like when two people first meet, they bring this energy and this vibe to each other.
Oh, that honeymoon stage, right?
Yeah,
everything is lovely.
Everybody calls it butterflies.
Oh yeah, that's the honeymoon joint. Right. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, I feel like when people have that in the beginning, it's so special thing, and then later into a relationship, they start acting different. Like, I feel like this, like, a lot of people change later down the line because they start taking that person for granted. If you really stop taking somebody for granted, I feel like I don't know, like, I feel like people change, because like, it's like, all right, like in the beginning you might hold the car door for it, but like 3 months down the line you might stop doing that, because it's like, oh, I got her now. Yeah. Or vice versa with the females too, like with men. Females shouldn't take men for granted.
Yeah.
But listen, but what I'm getting to is this, is like, that's why I feel like a lot of it fails these days, because people stop doing those little things. Little things matter. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's like, and when you see these little things start fading away, it's like, you know, I feel like you just taking that person for granted, or the other person's looking at it like, damn, like he used to do this, or she used to do this, or he used to do this, or she used to do this, and then it'd be like, you know, they don't do that stuff no more. And it's like now it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, oh, well, you know, then that's when the problems come in, and then that's when, you know, the person starts treating that other person different, or vice versa. It's always, I feel like that's a big failure these days. And plus, you know, even though we're using social media right now, shout out to social media, you know what I'm saying, because it's carrying our platform. But at the end of the day, I feel like social media has a lot to do with people stepping out these days too. Like it's just too easy. Like you can reconnect with a high school sweetheart easily. Like.
That's all excuses though, son. I'm just gonna keep it all the way a buck. This is all excuses. Let me tell you why. And I'm just gonna be, since we calling the show black and white, there's no gray area, let's just keep it a buck. All that is excuses, because somebody get you in a relationship, or I'm in a relationship, somebody get in my DM. Yo, it's not that person's fault that I responded.
No, I agree.
You feel me?
I agree.
So let's just keep it all the way 100.
Yeah.
Like social media could be here. Everybody, you don't have to respond. You don't have to do the things that you do. You choose, because listen. Yo, yo, you just brought up some deep stuff, but let's just keep it all the way black and all the way white. Mm-hmm. No gray area, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm married, let's just keep it what it is.
Right.
Just keep it a buck, because the fans want to hear raw. They don't want, oh, that's not JR talking, that's JR bubble. He's bullshitting. Let's keep it raw.
Let's do it. Speak
all right, man. Real quick, we're gonna get in and get out. I'm married. Somebody hit my DM for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And I'm the type of dude, I know what's up. That's not sugarcoat, that's not bullshit. I know what's up. You hit my DM. And I'm not really big on that social media, meaning I don't really tech savvy and all that, you know me. I don't really rock with that shit like that. But somebody hit you in your DM in a private conversation, you know what's up. Now I respond and it goes somewhere else. Whose fault is that? Is it social media fault or is it my fault?
It's your fault.
Facts. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. But,
you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to, and that goes for anybody, whether it's my relationship with somebody, yo, let's just keep it a buck. Ain't nobody trying to hear that social, we blame it on.
No, I'm not blaming.
No, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying for the platform for itself, it's just excuses.
Yeah, but I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying social media is the reason why people cheat. People been cheating.
It's like I told you, like I always told you, right? I keep a small circle because I don't trust dudes, but as far as I can see them. I always told you that. I said, you know why I trust you? Because you show me your true colors.
Right.
I can go to work and you tell me, yo, Jay, I'm dropping something off at your house and my wife is at home. In the back of my mind, I'm not thinking you finna shice me. But there's dudes, me knowing that they MO, but dude, why you going to my house? You know I'm not home. You know I'm at work. You dig? Let's keep it a buck.
There's dudes like that.
There's dudes like that. So it's who you are. It's your MO. Now, you don't do what you're supposed to do in a relationship and people start doing what they do. Whose fault is that? Right. You know, we was lovey-dovey in the beginning, but now we're not lovey-dovey no more. Yeah, things happen in relationships. It's up to the two individuals to come together and it happens in relationships. Yeah, my relationship is not perfect. Trust and believe. I'm not perfect. My people's is not perfect.
No, not at all, bro.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat like. Hey, look, but at the end of the day, however the relationship go, it's up to the individuals.
Whoever say they got a perfect relationship,
they lying to themselves. They don't bring it to me. You lying.
But listen, I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, I want to say, like, I'm not trying to say I'm blaming social media for anything, because I'm not. Like,
some do though. Some do.
Some do, but I'm. That's not what I'm doing.
No, I'm not saying. I never said. Did you feel like I said that?
No.
I just want to make sure. Yeah.
But like, I feel like the only thing that I'm saying about social media is it makes it easier. That's all. Like,
it does.
Like, because you could easily just hit up. Like back in the day, you had to meet people face to face.
The way I like it.
Yeah, the way you like it.
Yeah.
Like they had no choice. You ain't had no choice. Like that was the way to do it. Like you met the person face to face.
Right.
And then that's what it was. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, you know, back in the day it was like that. Nowadays it's like, you know, a lot more people are actually connected online nowadays than they are in person. You know, I mean, that's what I would feel like, because social media is the way it's spread it all over the world now. feel like a lot of people's connecting, like, you know what I mean? That's how I met the mother of my son. You know what I mean? That's how I met actually, most of the females that I met was off social media, but
that's not really me.
That's where
I respect however way people meet, because everybody meets in different form, in different formats, and however way works for you. But at the same time, it's like, let's not make excuses here. If you're not being a man in a relationship, you're not being a woman in a relationship. Because the one thing I always remind myself, I always tell myself, I can get got. You know my motto. I feel like nigga take my chick. Anytime. Let's just be real. Anytime. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, the next nigga gonna do it. The next man gonna do it.
That's facts.
Because dudes is always waiting in line. Oh yeah, your man ain't doing that. I do it for you. He don't open the car, do it for you. Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's stop. Who you playing with? You feel me? So if you do what you're supposed to do, at least you try. Because I'm not perfect. Sometimes I gotta catch myself like, yo, damn, I gotta get it together.
Yo, nobody is perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Like, real shit.
But if you keep reminding yourself, however way you met, however way, at some point, hopefully you get it together. And if you do, you do. And if you don't, you don't.
No, facts.
Because I'm sure in your relationship with your child's mother, you tried and she tried maybe, and both of y'all tried, it just didn't work. Whatever, right?
It happens that way.
It happens.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And no matter how much it may hurt, at the end of the day, that's just how, shit happens. Everybody
got a story to tell.
And I ain't gonna lie, though, when you have a child with somebody, that shit hits different.
Facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
you can front all you want, but that's a fact.
Different.
What you said is a fact.
Yeah,
it hits different.
Like,
absolutely.
When me and my child's mother, when we, disconnected, that hurt way more than anybody else that I've ever, because that's my child's mother. So you kind of want things to work out, and even if it don't, you know what I mean? Then it don't. But you always in the back of your mind. Like, once you over a situation, you over it. But at the end of the day, like, you always.
So how do you know you're over it, though?
Huh?
How do you know you're over it? Like, you really over it? Because sometimes, I'm just asking a question like that because it's something that I talked about with somebody not too long ago. Are you, like, you really know you're over it? Like, because you saying it when you're over it. But do you really know when you're over it?
That's a good question.
Facts.
And I'm not gonna say that, I'm not speaking for myself.
No, I'm
just saying in general.
Right.
That's a good question, because I really don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like everybody's different in that aspect. I guess it takes longer for some people to get. Like I said though, man, when it's your child's mother or child's father,
it hits
differently.
Yeah, it really does.
But that's a good question. Hey, look, why don't y'all answer that one for me in the comments? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me y'all opinion.
Right.
How y'all feel about that?
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave the comments down below.
Hit the subscribe button.
Black and white in the basement. I'm JR.
I'm Ryan. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, and make sure y'all keep continuing to tune in to us. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to have good content.
We're going to bring way more content. We're going to bring way more of this podcast. We're going to give it to y'all raw, authentic. Me, JR. Hey, keep tuning in to Black and White in the Basement.
And don't forget, you can always be a guest. You can always be a guest, because we got a seat for guests. We're going to travel. We're going to talk to people, because we want to bring a platform where we talk about everything. Not just football, not just sports, because I always talk to my man about stuff goes on the field, and stuff goes on the court, and also there's life outside of sports. We love sports, but there's dialogue outside of that. Like we still got other topics to talk about as far as 9/11 and the whole black and white thing that's going on.
Everything. Hey, look, so make sure y'all continue to tune in, because we're going to talk about it.
We're
going to be here. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Hit that like button.
Comment.
And comment. One love. Peace.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
No doubt. One love.